Okay, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we are live here. Let me just add this on here. Okay, I'm back. Wow, it's crazy how let me see. It's crazy how gold is moving this morning, guys. The market just started, and we are going to be trying to find opportunities in here. Oh my goodness, 50 points, 50 point just went like that. So already, let me go up to my account here. Yesterday I was doing my live video, and I think for about 45 minutes after that, I realized that my audio was not working. Crazy. So I had to delete that video, and I hope you guys can hear me this morning. But anyway, all is well this morning. We're back on the chart. We are back on the chart, and then we are going to be finding opportunity this morning. Okay. So I shouldn't say too optimistic, but I'm optimistic that, or I'm biasly looking for a buy here in this market this morning, right? And one may say, why are you looking for a buy this morning? Well, this line drawn here yesterday. By the way, I made some money on my accounts yesterday. These are not live account. I had 2 live account last week. I blew them, and I'm trying to get another account funded from Take Profit Trader. I do have one funded account I'm trading with Apex, and I'm up on it. But this morning I think I'm down by like $500. Um, I have probably like 20 something account I blew out of them, sadly. But I have just one funded account with Apex, and I'm up. So I'm hopefully I can ride that up steadily and get some payout, and then use that payout to buy more accounts from them. And then that way I can um, just make some money on there. But if you are just joining me, this is my journey, and this is my journal of me trying to, not trying, but as my goal to be a millionaire. And it's going to be from trading. So I want to document it here. And this week I'm going to have at least 3 videos coming out. I'm going to post them up on there, so you can watch out for that. I think it's going to be about how to pass your evaluation account fast. I'm going to do a day in a life, or maybe a week in a life of a day trader. And then also, wow, this market is just moving. I'm going to wait until they settle down and gives me a direction. Because with all that chop, by the time you get in 2 or 3 times with chop and lose 500, you already down by 2,000, and your psychology is messed up. So I'm going to let Mr. Big Boy do his thing. And then once he's done, then we can jump in and find an opportunity and jump in. But like I was saying, so I'm going to journal all of my journey here. I'm going to do a day in a life, how to pass the account fast. And then also, I think another video title that I have, I'm going to be recording that. So today I'm going to be very busy. Even after the stream here, I'm going to be very busy recording a lot of videos and editing stuff. So, but yeah, keep your eye out for those videos. Go ahead and watch them if you haven't watched them yet. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get more content coming your way. Because my goal is to put out more quality content, and then also be very transparent on here with my accounts. Because I think one of the things that's locked in this industry is that a lot of people, they are not transparent. They just show the good side on social media. So, and I think a lot of beginner traders also, they really long for someone who's transparent, who's going to teach them. I'm not teaching nobody how to trade on here, but sometimes it just feels good because this game is a loner game. It feels good to see somebody who is transparent with what they are doing. Like, okay, I just traded today and I got in this trade. I knew I was not supposed to be doing it, or I got in it. I knew it was going to be a good trade, but it turned out to be the way it wanted to be. So, hey, but I think it helps having a trading buddy or somebody that you can actually ask questions when you need some help and stuff. So, anyway, too much about that. Now let's go. So this account I'm trading is a take profit account. And if you can see up right here, I just passed my account. It's a 150K account, and my profit target on that was supposed to be $9,000. And on day number 4, I made 9,000. For some reason, every time it's like a different feeling. It's like paper trading and then trading a live account, right? Whenever I get funded, I get kind of scared to like trace and stuff, right? And it's like, bro, I should just use the same method I use when I trade in my evaluation account. But as you can see up here, for 159,320 bucks, I mean, I reached my $9,000 threshold. And this morning I got in one trade, one single trade. Let me show you my trading stocks here, right? I got in one single trade on this one account, and it went in my favor. I went long, it went in my favor. Came out with 100% win rate on that. So the more trade just won, and I got out with that full contract. Which that's why they say full contract, because I only got in with 2 contracts and I got out with 2 contracts. So that's why I said that. But one trade and then I passed this account. So I only got to trade tomorrow, getting in and out for a minute. Probably I wouldn't trade micro, but I'll probably trade. In fact, I'll do it tonight because that's when the market is very slow. So I'll go in one contract and I'll just get my trading day in, and then Thursday we'll start trading this account live. That's the goal. And then for my second account here is another account, 150, and I'm down by 700. I think I took one trade last night. Let me see how many trades I took. I took 2 trades. I took one trade last night and I got stopped out. I don't know why it's in number of trades 2. Number of losing trades 2. Yeah, that doesn't make no sense. But I took one trade last night, and then because if you see here, this is all I took right here. One trade. One trade. That's it. Or maybe I took. I probably scaling or something. I don't know, but it will show if I did. So anyway, so now this account we gotta make $3,000 on this account, to pass this account. Now my mind right now is running and telling me that like I feel like I want to make the $3,000 today, which doesn't make any sense. I'm going to be talking about this in my video coming up, the concepts to use or the strategy and skills to use to pass your funding account, right? Like I still got another day to trade, and in fact, not just another day, I can take the rest of the month to pass this account. But I'm trying to convince myself that I should make $3,000 today or try to pass this account tomorrow, right? Which is like doesn't make any sense because for me to think that I have to make $3,000 to pass this account, that means I'm going to be leveraging a lot, not leveraging, but I'm going to be sizing a lot, right? And we all know how that happens. The more you size, the easier it is for you to lose a lot of money, especially if you don't have a lot of drawback, right? And I'll be also talking about this in my video where whenever we buy funded accounts, we tend to think that our funded account is actually the size of our account is the amount that's given up. For example, in this case, 150K account, right? It's not a 150K account. We know that it's a $4,500 account, but the rest of the 100 and something $1,000 that's on there is used as leverage in order to get us in the account. So, but a lot of time my brain tends to tell me now, oh, you got all this. No, it's not. And then by the time I not scaling, but size up to like 3, 4, 5 contracts, and with NQ moving this way, you can go down very quickly, very, very quickly. So I got to be aware of that. And I have to remind myself today, matter of fact, I should probably put that on here somewhere. Not to see, I wrote this on Sunday and it looks like it's still making that move to the upside. So I got to keep reminding myself today that I don't have to pass this account today. I can trade it just take my time with it, getting 1 or 2 contracts. And if I see there's a potential that the market is going to be very volatile, I just scaling, right? And we have a news I think it already happened. News at 9 o'clock. Let's see. Forex factory. And that's YouTube. Let's take that out. Well, oh, yep. So the news already happened this morning, and then we see tomorrow. Tomorrow, I really wouldn't be that active trading, so I really don't care about this. Um, we got PMI news coming out tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And then Thursday is where I have to be careful because Thursday, for example, got all unemployment claims coming down on Thursday at 7:30 in the morning. I should probably be trading at that time, probably. But usually I'm on my computer and trying to do some stuff on there. And with Take Profit Trader, they don't allow you being in an account. Your live account cannot be in position. Why? There's a news going on. And then Friday, of course, we have hourly earning, non-farm employment coming out 7:30 in the morning. That should be able to print out some money for us. If both our accounts or all three of our accounts can get approved, that would be nice. So we can get some payout by this weekend. Oh my goodness, look at that dumping. Okay, I will just stay out of that. And then, okay, so we need 3 grand on this here. We're going to be very careful how we're trading. And then I have a 25K account. And I will tell you the story how I got this 25K account. This is my first time I've been trading with Take Profit Trader for probably a year and a half. And this is my first time getting a 25K account. The reason for that is Take Profit. I will show you. Anyway, I don't need to show you, but they have a point system where the more you purchase, the more withdrawal you make. When you pass the account and all that stuff, they give you points, and those rewards, go towards purchasing an account. And I got qualified for 25K now. I was like, heck, I'm going to take it. So this is why I have 25K account on here. But as you can see, I need to make my profit target on here is $1,500. The first day I was up. Second day, yesterday, I almost hit my loss. So we're gonna see that. Now let's go. So we're in queue here. I'm looking to go long, and the reason for that is because I keep seeing these legs are not making lower lows, and instead they're making lower high, even though they haven't made higher high yet. But I'm gonna. That's why I want to wait. So, in fact, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump in here with one contract, and we are gonna be buying.
Order filled.
So buying 69, 79, 89. So 79, 89. Okay. So that's what we're going to be risking on here. So one contract, and if this goes against us, we are going to be losing. Like the daily loss limit on this 25K account is $500. So I got to be very careful with that. So 56, 64, 74, 84. Okay, well, as we can see, now we are up by 320 bucks. I probably will take my profit right here. See this is crazy because my worst I listened to someone one time. He said whenever I gain a trade, I feel like the dumbest person, or I'm not the smartest person when I gain a trade. And now I'm like, I should probably get out. I should get out. And then when they go in my favor, it's gonna mess with my psychology. But we just got in a trade. We all about $400 already. So we'll see. We might take some profit. We'll just wait for it and see. Okay, guys, I think we're still holding in there. And the max we can make a day on this 25K account is $750 because you cannot make more than 50%. Oh, wow. Guys, look at gold. Crazy enough, I took a trade on gold last night. I went short and then it went in my favor about a lot. It came down against me. Wow. Gold just crazy. See, now with gold, I can't really jump in there because um, I see it's kind of out of demand, but it's not. Yeah, I shouldn't say kind of. It is out of demand. So I should be careful how I'm trying to go in there. Shouldn't mess with it. So let's go to crude oil. Okay, Mr. Crude Oil here taking his time. It looks like he's making a pullback. So yesterday when this started here, I said if this was going to break, this obviously broke here. So we are, let's go to our trade and see. Now we're up by 640 bucks. So you see, if I had gotten out of this trade for whatever, you know, okay, I'm out
Order filled.
on that trade. So it's just one trade we took on there, and we are up by $465. We were up by like 600, but we took $465 profit. That's great. We are halfway right here, halfway to our let me show you what I'm talking about. No, sign me out. So right here, 50K account. No, not 50, but 25K account. And profit target is $1,500. I feel like I should be buying more 25K account because the profit target. But if this was going to be just what you call it, this is going to be one like same day pass type thing, I'll just run through it. And then the max contract you can take on here is 3. But how can you take 3 contracts except like trading micro when the daily loss limit is 500? I can't take no 3 contract. You're gonna be stopped out in like 1 minute. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe on gold or crude oil, I can't take that. But so 1,500 is our profit target. We're up by 700. So and we got 2 more days to trade. So we can make that 700 in 2 days. We'll see. We should be. And if I can get, I'm to be honest, I'm not really expecting a payout from this 25K account, but I'm gonna do my best. And if I get a payout for it, that would be great because then those payout can, excuse me, they can actually go to other, excuse me, purchasing other accounts or maybe equipment for, because I'm trying to buy a new desk, a new laptop, new monitors, and then kind of like revamping my office space here in my apartment. Buying new equipment because I want to go heavy. I mean, I want to go heavy on content, so I need some equipment for that if I can get that payout. See, guys, sometimes it's good to wait, but you got to know when to wait and when not to wait. If we're staying in this trade, we've basically been at what we call here, yeah, break even by this time, break even. But good thing we got out with our profit. We good. We happy and man, oh man. See, when these kind of breakout happen, I'll go right here. That was this is an hourly chart on crude oil. These are just the instrument I trade, crude oil, gold, and NQ. That's it. That's it. Every day, that's what I look at. That's it. I don't try to find different stuff every day. So yesterday here, I said, well, I can't keep mentioning yesterday because the video was not posted. So I said, if this was going to break below this and close, I was going to be looking for more short. But I really didn't take this into consideration here. So I'm going to try to stay out of this until I see some move to the upside, which is kind of expected to see some move to the upside here because it's very big, this very big move here it started from here. So which tells us that there are some buyers here at 72, which you can kind of already see here. So we'll see how this goes. We'll just watch it from a distance and we'll see what happens on there. But in the meantime, gold is not playing around, guys. Gold is not playing around. It's dumping. And it's telling us that, yeah, with gold, I think there's still a little more ways to go down here. This wiggle room, about what? 20, 15, 20 bucks drop. I think it might drop to this downside here, but I gotta be very careful. I got in a gold trade last night. Like I said from the beginning of the stream, I got in a gold trade last night. I got stopped. I didn't get, yeah, I got out of it early because I was in profit and the profit was coming against me, and I took a $300. And then this morning at the start of the trade, I went long because I saw a double bottom, not double bottom, but a head and showed at the bottom, and then I decided to take that, and it just went against me. So I'm right now I'm down by $500 on my take profit account. I'll show you guys here. So if you see in that red, 520 bucks, I'm down. So $3,500 left on there. I really want to be careful with this account because I have $2,000 here. I can request on the 15. I can request that on the 15. So gotta be very careful about what I'm doing there. So that you can get at the start of the trade. Just gotta be careful on here. So other than that, let's go back to big guy. We can just be waiting here. Okay, and then I'm going to switch this account now because I don't want to gain a trade and find out that I made a mistake on there. All right. See, big boy is going up here now. I kind of, yeah, I'm going to sit on my hand, guys, because I'm tempted to get in a trade here. I don't want to do that. I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm not going to do that. Um, so let's see. Yeah, see, gold. That's the thing with these guys. I say these guys, but gold. Like I guess a little bit scared to jump in trades when I see that they are moving very fast, very very fast. I'm not gonna be playing around with that. So I just gotta sit on my hand here and be patient. Wait, patiently wait. Let's see what direction this market is gonna take. Cause and by the way, this line I drew it yesterday. Um, Let me go on here and see. So if we go down here on the 5 minutes, this is my entry right here from yesterday. I did not enter this market from here, but I did take the jump in the market somewhere up here and then made some money on it. Or I think I made some money short and then made some money long. But on the 5 minutes, yeah, the reason I drew that there, when I saw the market dumping yesterday from here, I was like, and in fact, you know what? Yes, so yesterday Monday, right? This V ship happened on Friday. So the market pretty much moved like a 500 point, right? So this V ship happened when I saw the market yesterday on Monday, kind of dropping here. I said, okay, sweet. I'm going to take a risk right here. But when the market got here, because of the volatility was moving downwards with, I didn't, I didn't, Cabby Cutter, what's up? All right, so let's see. Okay, let me know how is the audio and please let. Oh wow, NQ is like, damn, that's one for 70 points. Shh. Let me know how the audio and the video look. Let me know what I can change if I can change something on there. Thank you. Wow. So anyway, this V ship happened, and then I saw this market dropping here yesterday. I was like, this might be good. So this drawing I did on Sunday, this happened on Friday. Monday, this happened, and I was like, if I got in it, I would have made some decent amount of money. Which along the way I got in it up here. This was today, but they made some money on it, of course. So that was pretty good. Um, yep. So there we go. 35 minutes into the stream now, and we are still going. We might take a one more trade here on the stream, and then we might end it. Okay, guys. So let's do audio output right here. So again. All right, Cabby Cata, thank you. Oh, 30 points move to the downside, bro. See, I'm gonna put my hands up. I'm gonna watch this. I'm not gonna take any trade right now because with that kind of volatility, those are killer moves right there. Those are killer move. I'm not messing around with that. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and watch the chart. I'll wait and watch the chart. Matter of fact, you know what? While we wait and watch the chart, I'm going to be telling you. Where's my book? I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible. I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible. I might do a video on this eventually. Um, I might do a story on this eventually, but I'm going to tell you a story that I learned from the Bible. And it is so this story um is about stewardship, right? Us as Christians, or just us as the human race, for example. Like if you believe that everything here just didn't come from nothing, that it was created by God, we have, then that means we have some type of responsibility to take care of the things that are given to us here on earth, right? So um I was doing a little bit of research on this story, on this research and on stewardship, and I realized that stewardship has basically got three components to it, right? Or you got three parts to it. The first part, which happened automatically, is that we are receiver. We receive, and then whatever we've received, we maintain, and then we multiply. That's what God. That's what basically God wants us to do, right? He gives us what He gives us, and our responsibility is to maintain that thing and multiply it. And what happens if we don't do that? I mean, we're not being a good steward, right? So, in order for us to be a good steward, we have to be able to receive what God has given us, and then also multiply the things that He's given us. That's great stewardship. That's good stewardship, right? So, also here in, let me have my book closer to my face here. So, like I mentioned earlier, we do not own anything on this earth because everything here was created by God. And stewardship basically is utilizing and managing all the resources God has provided for us. And the ultimate goal for that is maintaining it to the glory of God, right? Because whatever God's given us, we can misuse it, we can use it to glorify other things. But at the end of the day, He wants us to glorify His name with it. So we are just watching this market here, and we have to be able to sit on our hands here and not FOMO into any trade. Speaking of FOMO into trade, look at gold and look at crude oil. So in Genesis chapter 126 to 28, that was the first time God assigned stewardship in the history of mankind, right? It was in the beginning, Genesis 126 to 28. In verse 26, he said, what God did was God gave man freedom and in the management role position when he said, let us make man in our own image and let them have dominion over everything that we've created, basically, right? So saying that let them is a form of saying let's give them a will or free will of doing this and taking care of stuff or making choices for themselves, right? In verse 28 in Genesis, God blessed mankind and gave them the instruction, right? He said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Remember earlier when we talked about stewardship, or we talked about our that's so basically that's just like what God's given you managing it, right? So we receive it. He said, okay, let us make man in our own image so that they can, be fruitful and multiply and have power and have dominion over all these stuff. That's an instruction that He gave, right? So He gave her the freedom, and then He said, let them do all these things. Yeah, receive, maintain and multiply. Yep, definitely. And I think those three principles, right? Receiving, maintaining, and multiplying, us as Christians, or just us as human, if we can practice that to the core. One of the things I realized is that all these self-help books and everything, they are derivative of the Bible, like they derive from the Bible. Or the principles in the Bible, us as Christians, a lot of time we just see the Bible as a spiritual book, but then we fail to practice the other parts of the Bible where God talks about abundance. God talks about us, like giving us promises like seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, all these things will be added unto you. Or Matthew, that was Matthew 6:33. Or also God is saying in Joshua 1 verse 8 that do not let this book of the Lord depart from your mouth. Meditate on. He's giving an instruction. He said, meditate on it day and night, and be careful to do everything written in it, and then you will be prosperous and successful. So that's a principle. The principle there is that this book I've given you has so much knowledge in it. It has so much richness in it that if you read, if you meditate on everything written in here and take action, right? So the part that a lot of time we miss is that we will read, we will meditate, but then we fail to take action, right? He said if you read and meditate day and night and take action, the byproduct of that is going to be being successful and prosper. You're going to have abundance, right? So the story, and then let's just keep going on with this. And he said replenish, right? Whatever you use, you feel it, you make it better, and then you leave it. That's why generational wealth. Also, that's what it's kind of about. You came, you met whatever your grandparents or your parents had, struggled for. You maintain that and pass it down to your kids, and then it just snowballs and goes on and goes on, so that you guys don't have to go to the bottom of the food chain in the economy, right? So, so subdue, and then let's go to the story of the talents. So Jesus compared the kingdom of God to a master who was going to a far city somewhere. I'm not going to be very exact on the story, but somewhere very far. And then he called his servants. To one he gave 5 talents. To the next he gave no, for I think the 10 talents, 5 talents, and then 1 talent, right? According to their ability. Listen to that very carefully, right? He gave them their responsibility according to their ability. So he gave things to them according to what he knew that they could handle, basically, right? So, and that's why a lot of times when we are asking for more, the first thing we want to do is to prepare the capacity in order to receive that. Or else what happens if we're not prepared and we receive opportunities, it always come crashing down because we have more responsibility than we can handle. So this master went far away, and then after some time he came back according to the story, and he called his 3 servants. He said, the first one he called, he said, what did you do with the money I gave you? Or with the talents I gave you, right? In this case, he said talent. I think back then that was the currency. And then he said, well, the money you gave me, I took it, I went and I invested it, right? At first, it started very shaky, a couple of losses here and there. But eventually, things got better. And then you gave me 10 and I doubled it to 20. And the master was like, well done. The second guy came, pretty much the same thing. He said, yep, I went ahead and invested whatever you gave me. And then things got shaky, but I stood my ground, and I was able to double whatever you gave me, 5 to 10. It was like, well done. So, and then the third servant came, he said, what did you do with the money I gave you? And he said, well, master, I know how very hard you are. I know that you reap from where you haven't sown. And I know you're a hard person. You're a very scary person. So when you give me that money, what I did is that I dug a hole and I buried that money in the hole. And when I heard that you were coming back today, oh Lord, I went and dug that money out and I brought it right here. And here is your money. Give me one, and I have one. And then in return, the master got furious, and then he said to the servant, he said, I, I don't know the exact quote, but then he said, you are wicked. You know I don't sow. I don't, you know that I reap where I don't sow. You should have taken my money and put it in the bank so that by the time I got back, it will yield me some profits. And then the master continued to say that he commanded his servants, he said, take the money away from him, the guy who only have one. He said, take that away from him and give it to the guy who has 10 and 5. Now, in this story, even though I didn't illustrate exactly according to what, to the Bible, but the lesson in this story is that God has given all of us talents. He has given all of us a certain ability. He has given all of us a certain gift. In fact, the Bible says the gifts will make room for you, right? But a lot of time we hide our gifts. We buried our gifts with our 9 to 5 jobs, right? So, excuse me. So, in that case, the servant, the third servant, he lost the one talent that was given to him. He lost it, and not just the fact that it was taken away from him. I mean, like even though it was not just taken away from him, but he also, he lost what he had, right? So, and it was given to the person who had more. Sometimes we might say, but that's not fair that he had more, but then the guy who didn't have much, things was taken away from him and then given to the guy who had more. That's not fair. Well, life is not fair. And that's just the case. Like, whatever talent God has given you, whatever gift God has given you, whatever resources God has given you as a steward, you have to use it. Whatever you don't use, you lose, right? Whatever ability you don't use, you will lose it. That's a fact, right? So, in order for us to be great stewards, we already have received, we have to maintain, and then we have to multiply. I just think that the Bible is filled with so much principles that if we all practice them, sometimes it's hard. I myself, I'm in the process of practicing the Bible, the biblical principles, so I can be able to create wealth for myself and my family, and you know, and my generations. I don't know about the generations part, but I just know my money probably will stop to my grandkids or my great grandkids. The rest of the other people after that, they're going to figure it out. They are going to figure it out. So, but so yeah, more of the story. Whatever we have, whatever ability we have to use them, because if we don't use them, we're all going to lose them. We will lose them definitely. So, and we all know we have gifts. Someone said our salary is the pill they give you to forget about your dreams or something, or whatever it is. But I think if we want to do great, we got to be great, right? If we want to do great, we got to be great. If we want more, we got to be more. Whatever you want, you have to become. I listened to Jim Ryan. He said you should work harder on yourself than you do on your job, right? And then he illustrated a story where it's like, if you think about it, right, we get paid per hour, like when you go to your job or salary or whatever. But sometimes, do we sometimes think, in the process, I ask people this all the time, say, oh yeah, you get paid this per hour, right? Cool. But why you and your manager, right? For example, your director, whoever in that position, both of your work the same amount of hours. He works 8 hours or she works 8 hours and you work 8 hours. Why is he getting paid more than you? Right? It just boils down to values. Like if you want more, you become more. If you want less, well, be less. So anyway, more of the story for today. If you want more, be more. If you don't use what you have, you will lose it. So it is a big journey. A lot of times you got to overcome fear, but at the end of the day, the reward is better. Profits are better than wages. Jim Rohn said, wages, it can get you by, but profits can make you a fortune. Life is very short. We just can't beat on here. And I'm just looking at here now if I can take a trade, but it's still moving very, very fast for me. But yeah, so life is short. We can't just spend our life on here chasing promotions and, uh, in fact, working on other people's dreams. That's what it is. If you're a young person, you know, I think you have a lot of room to make a lot of mistakes. Try everything you can try. I've made a lot of mistakes with my investments. Still making a lot of mistakes, but if I think the word, I mean, it's the worst thing is that you're not just trying and just buying into somebody's plan, right? Because if you don't plan for yourself, somebody else is going to plan for you, and 99.9 times percent, whatever it is, the person don't have a good plan for you, but to use you and fulfill their dream, right? So it's like if you don't have a plan for yourself and you go into somebody's office or company, that's the person you're doing. They're just going to use you to make that, fulfill. So you have to have a goals and a plans for your life, as a person, so that because we all have gifts, we all just got to dig deep down and realize that what kind of gift do I have and how can I use that? Because if you think about it, the Bible talks about our gifts making room for us, our gifts putting us in the presence of kings and princesses. It didn't say, oh, your job title is going to put you in the presence. No. It didn't say, oh, your CEO position is going to put you in the presence of this and that. No, it said your gift, right? And that's why a lot of time when people talk about retirements, when you actually are doing something that you love doing, you're not gonna retire. You're not gonna want to think about retirement, right? In fact, you don't want to go retire and stuff. Like I currently I still work. I do my 9 to 5, but with the job I do right now, I drive a lot of older people, and most of them are retired. Most of them are about to be retired. Most of them have retired and had to go back to work. And a lot of times when I ask them, "Oh, are you about to retire?" Like, yeah, I'll assume maybe in like 3 or 4 years. Okay, cool. Oh, good job. What are you gonna do when you retire? It's like, I don't know. It's like, oh, you've been working 40 years and looking up to the and looking like and hoping that one day you'll retire so that you can. What are you gonna do? Like 40 years, like you've been working so you can retire, but what are you gonna do when you retire? Right? And then at the end of the day, they retire and they don't know what to do. Or they retire and they don't have much and then they gotta go back to work. And it's like, well, if it's not anyway. So, but that was it for today. Pretty much, we're gonna focus on the chart now. We're gonna try to find opportunities, and if we cannot find opportunity here in the next, what's the time? Maybe 10 minutes. I shouldn't put a time frame on it because then that would pressure me to want to take a trade. So let's see. Wow, this is crazy here. Man. See, this any cute thing it can bully me into getting into a tray. But he fail. And keep fail. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be patient here. And on this, I think it was on this account yesterday. I was down by like on a day, I was down by probably like $2,200 on this account yesterday, and I got it at $2,200 whole. And I ended the day with like a 30, was it? I think $3,700 a day on that account. I, I think so, probably. I'm not sure, but I know I ended up in the green, and I was way up on that. So.
Order filled.
So we're just jumping here with one contract. And if we see this keep going out of favor, let's say if this goes to, here, I'll put this up here. If this touches up here, we're jumping again with another contract. So let's see how that goes. So this trade, yep, we're just gonna have it on here. We're not sure what's going on, but we're just gonna wait for it.
Stop filled.
Man, that's crazy. So now we're just gonna wait and see what that does. I should have gotten in a trade from up there. We'll see. Whoa. It's a little stinker right there. Yep. That got me.